Factoring tricks. Difference of 6 powers. The square root of x to the 6 is x cubed, and the cubed root of x to the 6 is x squared. Now, just so that you know where this is coming from, we can write x to the 6 as x to the third raised to the second power, and x to the 6th equal to x squared raised to the third power. So when we're talking about a square root, we're looking at this one, and a cubed root, we're looking at this one. A difference of 6 powers may be a difference of squares, or it could be a difference of cubes. We're going to use our numbers, or in other words, the coefficients, to decide which formula to use. So let's take a look at our examples and see how that works. In example 1, I have a coefficient of 1, which doesn't help me because 1 can be either a cubic root or a square root, but I also have 49. And 49 is a square. Since it's a square, we're going to be doing the square root. Or in other words, we're going to be doing this difference of squares. So what we're looking at here is that I'm going to multiply something, so I've got a square minus 7 times something, also squared. Let's put our y's and x's in there. So the easiest way for me, at least, to remember this is, what do I have to multiply 2 by to get the 6? And that would be 3. So that means I'm going to have x cubed and y cubed. Now I factor it just like I would normally as a difference of squares. And then I'll put my 2 sets of parentheses. I'll write my bases for my first term in. I'll write my base for my last term in. And then I'll put my plus and minus in. And there, I'm done. So it's really helpful to take the time to write this out like this. Then you can factor this really quick and easy using your formula for difference of squares. In example 2, if I look at my numbers, I've got an 8 and a 27. Well, those are cubes. So that means that I need to factor this as a difference of cubes. Again, I want to write down my bases for those. So I'm going to have something that's to the third power minus something to the third power. The base of 8 is 2. Base of 27 is 3. And I've put my a's and b's in there. Again, I need to look, what do I need to multiply my 3 by in order to get 6? And that's going to be 2. So that's what the exponent that's going to go on my variables is. Okay, so now I put down my first set of parentheses, and I'm going to write my bases in there. I've got 2a squared minus 3b squared, and now I start following my formula. So I square the first term, which is going to give us 4, and squaring the a squared is going to get us a to the 4th. We do our opposite sign. We take the first term times the second term. We're going to get 6a squared b squared. It's going to be always positive for our last one. Square 3, we get 9. We square the b squared, and we're going to get b to the 4th. And I'm done. So the important thing to remember when you have a 6 power is that you have to look at the numbers to decide whether you're going to do this as a difference of squares or a difference of cubes.